everyone, welcome to Artistic Adventures. Today we're going to be making some shoes to go with that pretty wedding dress that we made in another video. Let's get started. I'm going to be using silicone molds that I made in a previous video and also some polymer clay. I'm using Primo Sculpey for this, and it's sort of a silver metallic. You could use white or anything, whatever you wanted to use for the color of your doll shoe, but I thought silver might go well with this. And then just making sure that you press it down really good into the mold, especially that back part where the heel is, since that's a little tiny opening. And you trim it off, trim off the edges as best you can. You don't have to 100% get everything off. Don't worry about that because you can always trim it off after it's cooked. And I also, if you notice, press the doll's foot down into it. We're only going to be using the outer sole for this. We're not going to use an inner sole, so this makes the shoe fit the doll a lot better. And this is explained in more detail in my shoe making videos, part 1, the outer sole. Okay, so now we've got our nice indentions in there from the doll's feet, and we're ready to bake them 30 minutes at 245. And after they're baked, we can pop them out of those silicone molds really easily and trim off any parts that need to be trimmed, and if needed, sand it down with a nail file. Now I thought about using that trim from the bodice of the dress across the toe, and you could do that, would be perfectly fine and a cute idea. But I thought of something different that will show you some more techniques, so I decided to go with that design. First of all, we're going to be gluing the white satin ribbon to one side of the shoe to let it dry so we can fit the ribbon over the toe of the foot without it coming off. And remember when you're doing this that these shoes will be on opposite feet, so as we decorate them, they would be opposite of the other shoe, and I'll show you that when we get to the decoration part. Okay, now so we fit this shoe on the doll and fold the ribbon over so we see how far we need it to go and trim it and then glue it to the other side and let that dry. That allows you to make sure that the doll's foot will still go in there. And for the back part, we're going to do a cute little tie around the ankle, and I'm gluing these two together at an angle. And once I get them glued, then I'm trimming it so that the end is a point. And I'll show you why after we attach it to the shoe. It's going to be part of the decoration of the shoe. Okay, so we've got our ribbons glued together, and we've got them trimmed to a little point, and we're going to apply some glue to the back of the shoe and put that on there. Now I'm using flat back crystals to decorate the toe and the back of the shoe. I put a little dab of E6000 on a piece of aluminum foil and then use a sharp pointed tool to apply it to the ribbon. And this is where you want to remember that the shoes are on opposite feet. So the flower applique that I put on the side would be on opposite sides. You want it to be on the outside of the foot, okay? And I'm putting a little diamond on that pointy part in the back. I'll show you that in more detail later. And once again, I'm putting those rhinestones about halfway, a little bit more than halfway across, and then putting the flower on the side. That would be on the outside of the foot. And I did add another crystal down at the bottom after I put the flower on just to make it look even. Okay, and then I'm attaching a little diamond to the point on the back so it looks pretty from the rear. And then you just tie it around the ankle, and that's our finished shoe. And it turns out really cute, and I think she would love to wear these in her wedding. So that's our finished shoe for the wedding dress. Lots of ways you could do that and make it different, but I hope you enjoyed this video and learned some new techniques. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe and also like it. If there's things you would like to see me make, doll shoes, handbags, dresses, face-ups, whatever you like, just put it in the comments below and I'll be happy to do those for you. Then stay tuned for more artistic adventures. Bye!